Another wet, cold, rainy day out here, and so we're gonna be in here welding up patches on the Camaro. Back at her. Thanks for following along, and let's see if we can get that patch put in today. All right, back on the Camaro. So this was here, obviously. Cut that out. It was all, somebody had patched this previously. You can see the weld there. Anyway, the inner fender, I guess, rotted this out because this was just caked in rust. You can see it. I ground it down. That's just a reflection on my hand. I thought that was rust. No, I ground it all down with a wire wheel. I got to clean up the metal around it now. I'm just gonna, I painted this just to stop it from rusting. Some trim clad Rust-Oleum stuff. Yeah, so I'll show you what I'm going to use as a patch. All right, so I have this. This was off an old printing press or something. So it's painted on the one side, which is really nice because I don't have to worry about the inside. And I just cut it down from there. Yeah. So I can just cut this piece out, traced it on to there. I put a bit of a roll in it, as you can see, because this was rolled. As you can see, it lines up pretty good. So that's what I did. I use as much old metal as I can. Why not? This is really nice, thick metal. You can see it's a thick metal. It's actually a little thicker than what's on the car, so assuming that's 18, I'm not sure. But that's what I'm going with. Alright, so I ground around there a little bit to get the metal exposed so I can weld this on. And then ruined my paint job with the white powder, but it's fine. Just a little Bondo powder. Alright, let's see if we can get this on there nice and tight and the right kind of deal. So it's actually a pretty good fitting patch. I'm going to tack it in at the bottom, and I'm going to cut and butt it at the top. I like to leave a little big so I can cut and butt it. And then that way you get a nice tight fit. It's nice right there, it's nice. So, let's see. Well, you know what? I should take a little bit off this corner. Hold on a second. Alright, so I just ground it back a little bit on this one edge. And seems to fit a lot nicer. Right there. So I'm going to tack it down here where it's nice and flush. Any light down on me? Oh god, where's my light down? Oh, one second, let me grab another light. Not sure if anybody has tried welding in the dark, but it doesn't work. Definitely does not work. You need some light for sure. Alright. So, probably see a lot nicer too now. So I'm going to leave that like that so I get a nice flush fit right there. I have to turn my wire speed down or something. Once I hit it by accident, it seems to be really slow. I'm going to turn it up a bit. Alright. That seems to fit really nice there. Really nice there, so I'm going to leave it out for a second. Seems nice there. Now I'm going to bend it into place as I weld it. See that? Goes in so nice. I'm going to have to cut and butt a little bit over here. But let me get a screwdriver, something to keep that flush as I weld. Yeah, I'm not really prepared here today, but it's okay. So, what you're going to do is take your screwdriver, and that holds it nice and flush there. You get it on both pieces of the metal, and you're going to get a nice fit. Like that. There we go. We'll work our way up. I'm almost out of gas. My welder's not working properly here. I noticed that yesterday when I was doing a little patch. Yeah, that's nice. That's going in pretty nice there. A little bit there, but I can tap it in. Yeah, my welder's not cooperating really with me. Something's up with it. It's almost, I know it's out of gas almost. Let's try that. I don't know if you guys can see that going in when I push it, but it goes in and levels it off pretty good. Now I'm going to take my grinder and just cut along this edge, because that's sticking out, and that should give me a nice clean fit. I don't know if you can tell, but right here it's a little overlapping. So I'm going to take a grinder, run it down, a zip cut, run it down through there, then give me that. I'll push that in because it's a lip there, and then it'll give me a nice flat surface between the two metals to weld to. Plus, it'll give me a little gap for penetration. All right, so just like that. Just like that, you run your zip cut through it, and then you just follow along with your screwdriver, leveling it off, flushing it off. Well, it seems to be working a bit better. And that's pretty much it. I'm pretty happy with that patch. Seems to look pretty good to me. I'll show you. So, I don't know if you can tell, that's really nice and flush there. Really nice. Got the nice curve to it. So yeah, I'm really happy with that patch. Now I just got to go around. You want to spot weld. You don't want to, you're not going to like run a bead on sheet metal, obviously. It'll warp the crap out of it. So you want to do random spot welds all the way around until you get it full. Just keep going around and around and around, and then ground it down, and then you're laughing. So I'm going to get the spot welding. I'm sure you don't want to watch that, but I will bring you back when it's done.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
All right, so I got that, I think, welded all the way around. There's a hole right there. I can see a hole right there. I don't have the greatest lighting in here, but anyway, I'm going to grind this down, and then I'm going to have more holes probably, so I'll touch it up after I grind it down, see what it looks like. And yeah, I didn't get it as hot this time. There's no bluing or anything, so that's pretty good. The last patch I got a little hot. But anyway, let me grind it down now, and we'll see how it looks. All right, that's pretty much my patch. It's nice and smooth. There's some Bondo here already. From the last patch, so I'm gonna have to blend that back, and then I'll fill it all again. But really happy with the way it went in. Yeah, I'm happy with it. It looks really good. I can grind this weld down a little more, which I don't think I have to because the Bondo is higher than the weld, and obviously the more weld the better. I went ahead and did this patch as well on the door. Right there was a nice little V patch, and it went pretty good. I got to grind the bottom smooth still. I haven't gone under there. But that's it for this side. The whole side is patched now. As you can see, I'll show you. I did that patch, I did the patch inside the door, that patch, and then that patch. So really happy with the patches. Car's coming together. The other side, does it need a patch? I think it needs a couple patches on the door. This quarter back here is good. There's a little bit of bubbling there, bubble there. This is all good up here, so it's just those two. Just those two, I believe. Yeah, there's a little bubbling here too, so maybe I'll fart around with that too. So three more patches, and then she's done, and then I can figure out what I'm going to do for paint on it. But yeah, it's coming along. I enjoy doing this stuff. It's kind of relaxing for me, actually. I know some guys will laugh at that because they hate doing it, but that patch went in really well. You can see the contours and everything. It looks good. Yeah, so I will fiberglass those patches before I put body fill, and then sand it all down and paint it. Anyway, that's it for me. Quick little video on just putting a patch in. One patch at a time. The car will become complete. And anyway, thanks for watching, and comment, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. All right. Have a good one.